And Judge Hill has completed his placings in this Brown Swiss winter heifer calf class. There were 37 animals placed in this class, of which 17 were juniors. If the winning juniors would please take a step forward as I read your name. The second place junior in the class is entry 2155, Budell Seaman Paisley, exhibited by Dylan, Kyle, and Emily Herbrand of Dane, Wisconsin. Your winning junior entry in third place in the class goes to entry 2150, Sun-Made Elite Neath ET, exhibited by Leif Thompson of Viroqua, Wisconsin. Second place in the class goes to entry 2152, Carlin Gibb Rosalie, exhibited by Carlin Swiss and Jeff Brown of Jackson Center, Ohio. And your winning entry and the best bred known in the class is entry 2139, New View S Encore, exhibited by John and Bonnie Ayers and Dr. Kenny Mannion of Mechanicsburg, Ohio. Congratulations. That's right, put your hands together, folks. You're going to hear it from Judge Hill. Chris, your reasons on this class.
Well, Lisa, just another beautiful class of calves, and I feel we have two heifers that sort themselves to the top of the class, quite handy for Sean and I. You get these two heifers out here, they're the most correct heifers through their loin. They're the most correct heifers through their rump structure. They have that combination of dairiness and strength. I do admit the calf in second, maybe a little stronger, a calf that has a little more oomph than the heifer that's winning the class. However, she lacks that total balance. You get behind them, the first heifer's a little wedgier up through her shoulder. She's fuller in her midsection. She's deeper of her flank. You get behind them, she's wider of her pins and a little cleaner down through her thighs. I also admit the heifer in second's a little cleaner up through her head, neck, and brisket region, but just not enough heifer, not enough mass to her midsection or arch to her rib to get over the heifer that wins the class today. But the heifer in second goes over this heifer in third. Heifer in third, I did move up one. I just feel this heifer in third follows the pattern of these two at the top of the class in her sharpness and cleanness and angularity. Back to second over third, she has that advantage, as I said, in her rump structure. She's harder loin. You get behind her, she's wider of her pins. You like the way the tail sets between her pins just a little nicer. I like the way her neck comes out of her shoulder a little bit better than a really dairy heifer in third. Third over fourth, as I said, it is that advantage in dairy character. A heifer that's wedgier up through her front end. She's cleaner down through her thighs, especially cleaner down through her throat and brisket than the big striking heifer in fourth. The heifer in fourth over the heifer in fifth, just more heifer. A heifer that has a more uphill run, a heifer that has more length from nose to tail, a heifer that has more mass to her midsection. Then the heifers down here in fifth and sixth, two heifers that are very similar in kind, a little nicer in the front ends than the heifer in second, but I feel the lighter colored heifer in sixth is just a heifer that is a little more balanced here today, a little nicer in her chine. Congratulations, everybody. Give them another big hand. Thank you.